Georgia Tech.
That's the risk you take sometimes when you're trying to hit such a sharp angle. You're going to have to swing higher to get it over the top of the net. You saw Kahumoku do it when she was in the front row. Now Willoughby trying to cut it so hard, they're getting net and knocking the ball out of bounds.
Moster with a nice jump serve. Willoughby will try it again. This time she gets a touch in the back on Aston. Oh, what a dig by Aston. Here comes Sauer with the bump set. Lundqvist handles it, but now it's a 12-foot line pass and a 12-foot line set. Sauer trying to go cross court. This time handled by Hawaii. Kahumoku hitting the pipe set out of the back. Yes!
It's been one of the more successful plays for Hawaii is when they have an opportunity to go to the back row a set. You can see what a tremendous set. Kamana'o is way off, almost to the bench. Still sticks up a very hittable ball, and Kahumoku goes in there and just rips it. And so far, that's really caught Georgia Tech on their heels.
So we're at 20 all here. Coming out with a good serve. Nice pass by Georgia Tech. Willoughby with a straight down rip. Good hitter coverage by Evelyn. Kahumoku with a dig. Will be the pipe set again. No, it's going out to Willoughby. She's going to roll it. Doesn't convert. Moster, ooh, with a set that came spinning out of her hands. No call. Here comes Lundqvist in the middle. She gets dug. Sauer with a nice sharp angle once again. Here comes Willoughby. Tip shot. Georgia Tech, some confusion. How about the way that play ended?
But one of the things you teach middle blockers when you're getting off the net is you always must find the ball first. So when you get off the net to try to transition, you're not in the way. And that's a situation where Gergen did not find out where that ball was and just created some confusion. So when Evelyn went in there to set, she actually ran into her teammate. And it's going to happen from time to time. You know, there's 6 bodies in a pretty small space over there.
Back to serve, Kanoe coming out. Oh. Good floater. Nice pass up there. Pass to the outside again. This time it goes into the antenna. It looked like Hawaii had a cross-court block set up that time, and Sauer tried to go down the line, and she caught a lot of antenna. And Georgia Tech's Bon Szymanski has seen enough. He's going to use one of his 2 timeouts with Hawaii going up 22-20. Now will serve again, 22-20. Hawaii with a fragile lead. Another good pass. Here's a quick set in the back. Kahumoku puts it up. Hawaii now has a chance to score from Willoughby. Can they do it? Yes! High hands by Kim Willoughby from Napoleonville, Louisiana.
And when it gets tight, Hawaii's going to ride Kim Willoughby. Here's a situation where they just get it out to her, a nice high ball. She reaches high, nothing spectacular there, just very smart. Going for that deep cross-court corner and get some of that Georgia Tech hand.
In case you just joined us, Hawaii had 2 game balls in game number 1 and had a lead. Georgia Tech came back and won it. And here they are trying to sneak back in this one as well with Sauer putting that one down.
Sauer hitting the shot that she loves to hit, just a hard cross-court. And when she's been able to really get on top of it and get all her power behind it, Hawaii's had a hard time stopping that shot.
Villa Roman struggles with that one. Good serve in the back. And here's Willoughby once again, saving the day, working off Keely Evelyn that time. Evelyn may be the best setter in the country in assists per game, but I'm not sure she's the best blocker in the country against Kim Willoughby. And Willoughby misses everything. She didn't even do her jump serve that time, but she hits Lily Kahumoku, one of her best buddies, in the back of the head.
Well, sometimes when you're so cognizant of getting it over, it's actually when you make more mistakes because you're so worried and you slow down your arm. She needs to serve the same ball she's been serving the whole match.
Back to serve, Jamie Gergen. He just serves a high, deep floater, which troubles Willoughby. In fact, it's a service ace by Gergen.
Gergen is not somebody who traditionally goes to the stripe and gets a lot of aces, but does a nice job of serving a deep, flat floater, and Kahumoku just couldn't quite catch up with it.
And a good serve, working on Kahumoku again. Kahumoku high, wide, between the block. Oh, what a dig in the back by Moster. Villaroman with a dig. Kahumoku, another hit, high hands. Evelyn quick in the middle. Here's Willoughby with a high set for Kahumoku. Lily just keeps it in play. Here's the fast attack again by Georgia Tech, and Sauer delivers again. 10 kills by Lauren Sauer.
It's a great rally on both sides of the net. We see lots of defense, but you can see the seam. Try as hard as Lundqvist can to get there. She just can't catch up to the speed of that outside set.
So we're all tied at 24 all. And the crowd of 10,000 chanting, "Let's go Bows," trying to give Hawaii some sort of seventh person advantage here. Another good serve. Drives Lily deep into the court. Kamina'o cannot handle it at the net. And Georgia Tech goes into the lead. Dave Shoji has one timeout left. Is he going to use it? Yes. Dave Shoji wants to get his team reorganized and energized to finish game number 2. He does not want to go down 0-2. Georgia Tech slips into the lead, and they're up 1-0. Back at the stand, Sheriff Center, Chris McLaughlin and Kathy Nelson bringing you all the action in the women's regional final. The 4th ticket to the Final Four about to be punched, and Hawaii makes an emotional substitution here, trying to light some fire. Maya Gushdin, who was hurt last week in the first and second round. She hurt her ankle. She enters the game much to the delight of the audience. She's going to start her all year long. But Kahumoko gets the set to get the side out and the point, and she does. 25-all.
And that's what Hawaii needed desperately, was a good pass and a strong side out, and they were able to get both of those and hopefully settle themselves back down a little bit. If you're Dave Shoji, you're just saying, you know, we got to play like we played all year and settle down and do the little things.
She Watanabe with the serve, gets called. Oh, there's a net violation on Evelyn. Looked like she followed through on that dump over shot. And Hawaii gets the point.
When you're a setter and you're trying to do the deep corner depth that she's doing there, you have to follow through a little bit more because you're trying to get the ball to go deep, and that was a situation where that follow through ended up resulting in a net.
Yeah, smart location, too. I like the location. Another good pass, quick set. Kahumoko right there to stuff it down. Willoughby with the pass, quick attack. Tano with one hand, but oh no, taking off one leg. But right there to stuff it is Lauren Sauer, the 6'4" junior who visited Hawaii, almost came here from Huntsville, Alabama, but was just a little too far to travel. She's only 3 hours away now to get to Georgia Tech.
And she is their best blocker. She can be out there in an island one-on-one and still do the job and just roofed Tano.
Douglas with the back bump set to Kahumoko. Kahumoko catches the back line, and Hawaii goes up 27-26. Another interesting substitute coming up here. Susie Bogart's going to come into the game for Hawaii. She's a 6'3" sophomore right side player from Bellflower, California. She's coming in for Kamina'o to give Hawaii a little bit bigger block right now. We'll see if she can help them. Oh, the dump down. No help there. Bogart's going to come out right away. Kamina'o's going right back in again.
That was
Keely Evelyn made a beautiful, brilliant play.
And that was just a situational sub trying to slow down that left side attack. And obviously, Evelyn's a pretty smart setter, didn't go there and just took matters into her own hands. And we can see right back, often when one setter gets a kill with the dump, the other setter will come back, and there's a situation where Kamina'o just takes it into her hands. She doesn't dump that often, but what a great spot, and catches Katie Vincent just off a little bit. Did not expect that. Is able to get the easy kill for Hawaii.
Hawaii 2 points away from tying this at 1 game apiece. One thing they certainly do not want to do is go down 0 games to 2. They know how important these next few points are. And it looks like Von Chemansky is going to call his second and final timeout to get his troops revved up and try to get them to get to 30 before Hawaii does. The big question now is, can Hawaii finish game number 2? Game number 1, they had 2 chances at game point. They let them go. Georgia Tech came fighting back, a spirited comeback, and they won 34-32. Hawaii now with a slim 1-point margin here. And there you see Alexandra Price. What a night she's having, 15 kills, and Moster with 10 kills. Another good pass by Georgia Tech. Quick set in the middle again to their go-to gal, Alexandra Price, 16 kills, young lady from Berlin, Germany.
And you can just hear, I'm sitting right next to Dave Shoji, and he's just yelling, 1, 1, 1, trying to let his troops know what's coming, and even so, they just can't stop it.
Good pass by Kahumoko out to Willoughby. She can't get it to go down. Good dig by Price in the back. Moster gets blocked, but not on her side. It goes to Hawaii's side. And the first game point of game number 2 is going to go to Georgia Tech.
They came out of that timeout and just executed brilliantly.
Price with the serve, Willoughby with the pass. Hawaii must score here. They do. Willoughby comes through again. I think the whole gym knew that Willoughby was getting that set.
even if you know they're getting the set, you know, just like before when Alexandra Price got the ball, everyone knows Willoughby's going to get it, but that's just hard to stop. That's just her being a tremendous athlete. She hits the ball so hard. She can hit such great angles. It's just hard to defend it, and give Georgia Tech credit. They're digging them a lot.
You need ladders and about 3 other players. There's Evelyn with another quick set. And coming out keeps it alive, but it's called a lift. Point, Georgia Tech, and they will get game ball number 2 here in game 2. 30-29. Second opportunity to wrap up game 2 and go to the locker room 2-0. Can they fight off Hawaii 7 seniors and the 10,000 fans? We shall see. Villaroma with a good pass out to Willoughby. She goes over the block. Net violation on Georgia Tech, and we're all tied at 30.
Georgia Tech moved Sauer over to block right side there, knowing Willoughby was going to get the ball. They made a little blocking switch and got Sauer over there, but not used to being on the right side, and got a whole bunch of net on the way up on that one.
So Kamana'o, this rotation is where Hawaii has scored the most points tonight. With Kamana'o serving, they need 2 points right now to win game 2. And here goes the ball. It almost looked like it was going out, but Tano now gets a chance to hit from the left side. Sauer down the line. Yes, she gets it. Past Willoughby. And Willoughby got a little switch blocking by Dave Shoji that time. Willoughby went to the right to block Sauer, and that one kind of backfired.
Well, that was a product of what they were doing offensively. They had Tano stay outside and Willoughby go right side just to change things up.